Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Christina Gauda, author of The Quest for the Black Panty Drawer. If we haven't met before, I wrote a book on minimalism and I am doing decluttering videos and book reviews to, one, becoming a better writer, and two, the decluttering part is to show you that I will actually meet my goal of decluttering 80% of my belongings. So let's get to it. So for the month of September, I have Daniel H. Pink's When, The Scientific Secrets of Perfect Timing. This book is so good that I did its own book review and expect a 3-part series on time and minimalism, temperament and minimalism, and numbers and minimalism. And that was an idea I've been wanting to do for a while, and then I listened to books on tape because since the pandemic we couldn't go to the library, and they have something called Cloud Library, and so I listened to books on tape, and I heard this book over a year ago and it just stayed with me, and the idea was how can I incorporate that into minimalism, so you're gonna see, so stay tuned, and this has its own book review. Next, I took some notes for this, so if I look down, that's what I'm doing. I belong to a book club at the library. It's called Between the Lines. This is The Far Field by Madhuri Vijay. This book was so haunting that I finished a 400-page book in less than 10 days, which is a record for me because you all know I'm a slow reader. I'm getting faster, but I'm still would be considered a slow reader. And I had to take a 2-hour long walk because it was haunting, and there's just so many levels to unpack with this. So I'm going to do a separate book video. So while we're on the topic, I just want to go over, for September, it's The Far Field by Madhuri Vijay. For October, it's going to be I'll Be Gone in the Dark, One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer by Michelle McNamara. And can someone comment below and tell me, is this the same author that died of a heart attack, I believe, and she was married to the stand-up comedian Peyton, I'm blanking on the last name, Peyton, I want to say Peyton Manning, but he's a stand-up comedian, and he had a special on Netflix, and it was really heartbreaking and funny, and I watched it and I was choked up the whole time because he lost his wife, and he had to break the news to their daughter that mom won't be coming back anymore. Anyway, the name Peyton stands up. He's a stand-up comic. If you want to watch him, check him out on Netflix, but the name of the book is called I'll Be Gone in the Dark, One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer by Michelle McNamara. That's for October. And for November, it's The Bear by Andrew Kravitz, Krivatz. So that's the Between the Lines book club that I belong to, and I'd love for you to join me. Alright, let's go back to minimalism. Every now and then I like to read a book I already read twice. In this case, the name of the book is L'Art de la Simplicite by Dominique Loreau. She is a French woman that lived in Japan, and I consider this like my minimalist guide to self-care. So this is a little off the topic, but it pertains to us. I predict a second wave with the pandemic, between the kids going back to college, the children going back to school, and just basic negligence. I predict a second wave. So I decided to treat September as the new January, and I said, let me get all my healthcare stuff straightened away. Physical, dental, allergist, OBGYN, flu shots, everything. Long story short, everything's coming back with abnormal results. I'm fine. Things feel weird, but that's another story. I'm okay. I'm still the same old, Christina who's decluttering and making videos. I'm fine. But it was a nice guide to self-care. Like, get sleep, eat well, exercise, do yoga, try not to lose your mind every time you're stuck in traffic. So she doesn't say that, but that's my self-care. So L'Art de la Simplicite, I hope you like it. It's not in French. She's from France, but it's not. All right, next we have Remodelista. Simple storage for ideas for all over the house, Julie Carlson and Margot Guarlnick. And they did this book with the editors of Remodelista. Now, if you look at this book, and I bookmarked it for the pretty pictures, it's gorgeous. There's no question that this book was carefully edited and curated, and it's beautiful. And at the very end is a list of resources. Where can you donate cell phones? Where can you donate clothing? Where can you donate your fancy furniture? That's great, but here are the shortcomings. This goes through each of the rooms for storage ideas, and they totally forgot the bedroom. And our bedroom, we have the luxury of having a walk-in closet, which is attached to the bathroom. So in order to get to our closet, you have to go walk through this tunnel of a bathroom to get there. So our bedroom is reasonably clutter-free, but that's because of the design of the house. Some genius designed our house. I had nothing to do with it. But I don't think normal people have that little tiny luxury that I do, and that is a walk-in closet. So this is perfect for the youngster that's a newlywed, or someone who's like just starting off their career and lives in the city, because the storage ideas are like hang a pegboard by your entryway. That would make me crazy. That would look like clutter to me. But if you're living in a 350 square foot apartment, every single inch of wall space is a storage space. So this book is great for that person. But the takeaway for me is for each room or each area, for instance, the entryway, they ask you to think like a kindergarten teacher. For the kitchen, they ask you to think like a chef. For the closet, they ask you to think like a boutique owner. Will you like these clothes? Like, are they displayed beautifully? For the pantry, they ask you to think like a shop owner. Whatever's at eye level gets used first. I'm running out of ideas. Anyway, what I did was I actually created like a PDF file, so just email me and I'll share it with you. I actually created it, and I'm going to walk through my house and see, did I do it? And it's going to be hilarious because, as you know, I'm a minimalist who's married to a maximalist, and it's going to be hilarious because you'll get to see all my bloopers. So this is a really nice book for youngsters, I think. If you're a grown-up like me who's been married for over a decade, you shouldn't be at this stage. Like, you should be at the stage of editing, and you've already gone through one cycle of life. You've probably had a child. The child's now no longer a toddler, and your house is slowly coming back under an adult's control. So you're probably not going to benefit from this, but you will benefit from the mindset. And again, the pictures are gorgeous. So last book I have for you is another one that I've read before. This is Simple Matters by Erin O'Boyle. Now, Erin O'Boyle's, I'm looking at my notes. Erin O'Boyle's strategy for minimalism is 3-step: trash, redundancies, and unnecessary. So in my case, there's always a bucket of recyclables that sit on the windowsill because I cook a lot at home, and you see how much you generate in terms of garbage, and most of that garbage is recyclable. So I make a very thorough effort to actually ensure that I do recycle. So there's always this aluminum pail on my windowsill with recyclables in it. And you're saying, well, why don't you just go throw it out? I would, except it's in the garage and it's cold, and I don't want to have to go through 2 sets of doors to get to the garage to go dump the recyclables. I'll just do it like once every 3-4 days, and then on garbage day. Next, redundancies. Why do you have a rice cooker and an Instapot? Most minimalists really like the Instapot because it is 5 or 6 appliances in one. I consistently use them as 2 appliances, a pressure cooker and a rice cooker. Get rid of the rice cooker. The third one is unnecessaries. Why do you have a meat thermometer if you're a vegetarian? It's unnecessary. So I liked Erin Boyle's approach. She is the combination of Remodelista and L'Art de la Simplicite. Okay, so she actually talks about all the philosophies of minimalism, but she actually goes through things beautifully. Like, it's beautifully curated. She actually talks about, okay, we've talked about decluttering, we've talked about organizing, we've talked about cooking. Now let's talk about self-care and thriving. And in the book, she'll have like recipes for, I don't know, what did she have recipes for? Definitely home cleaners. Definitely like, I don't think she gives cooking recipes, but it's a beautiful book, beautifully curated, and like her, she has a list of resources as well, and she stresses self-care too. So I hope you enjoy September's reading. Stay tuned for October. The name of the book is I'll Be Gone in the Dark. So take good care and stay tuned, because I'm actually going to apply the ideas of these books into practice. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great week. Bye for now.